she's gonna enjoy them, because just like most of cats, Phoebe basically ignores whatever toys you're buying her, and she prefers, you know, like playing with your fingers or chewing an iPhone cord, which is both expensive and scary. All right. If you don't mind, I'm gonna have a sip of water, because I'm all still panicked after the fiasco with previous life. All right, Phoebes, are you gonna help me? Yeah, she will. How do I check comments? So this is the first time, so I'm sorry if I don't read your comment out immediately. I've seen that. Oh, okay. The cardboard bag is a common victim. Yeah, you're right, crazy cat lover. We have already used one of cardboards, and I created here like a tunnel, but it's obviously too small for Phoebe. But it's big enough to put any kind of toy, and she's just, you know, kind of using it as a labyrinth. Oh, you're so cute. She pretends that she is gonna sleep in here, but let me assure you, as soon as I open this box, she's gonna be out. All right. So basically, the idea is with the first toy, there is like a wine cork, and you're supposed to make a hole somewhere in here and put a feather inside. Oh, look, look who's up. It's the inspector. All right. Oh, feathers. Phoebe goes kind of crazy about feathers. I think it's probably some instinct kicking in. So here's what I have. I have some bells. I have feathers. No, honey, this is not for you yet. I also bought these strings, but yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that, because yeah, they are fluffy, and I've seen that people are giving them to their cats. But what I'm worried about is that there is this wire thing in here, and I just don't want her, you know, to accidentally chew it or scratch herself. All right, I'm gonna put that back. The wine cork. So the first toy, the first one, let me prepare this surface. Hey, Phoebes. Yeah, she immediately walked all over. All right, so we are supposed to make like a hole in here. I'm gonna use this thing. See, Phoebe, we're gonna make you some toys. I think in the tutorial you were supposed to use a screwdriver for this, but yeah, we are using the tools that I have in my possession. All right, now we're gonna need, let's see if the feather is actually going to fit in here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a bigger hole, and for that I have a bigger Alright, I think that's enough. I'm saying I think that's enough and then proceed proceed making a bigger hole. Alright, this is done. Oh, what we need is a glue gun, this one. It said, I tested it yesterday, it was working, so yeah, that's a good sign. It says somewhere here that it's the best glue gun. Well, I'm not sure about that, but hopefully it's gonna do the job. Oh, and also, yeah, see, we have a little plate here, which shows Phoebe's subscribers and views in life. That is, I don't know. Yeah, I'm really close to 1,000. Honestly, I'm surprised. I was surprised when there were like 20 people who wanted to look at Phoebe's shenanigans. And then the audience started to grow and there were more and more people. And at some point I was like, wow, I can't believe there are 900 people who want to see this cat. Yay. And the cat is already trying to steal the feathers. Hey. No. Oh, I put that inside. How did you get it out? So it's gonna take a couple of minutes for a glue gun to heat up. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take you through what else we are gonna do. So that's going to be the first toy. The other one that I saw is basically like it's a very simple one. You just attach the feather to some strings and then you put them and then you hang them on the doorknob. Phoebe, honey. And yeah, would be lovely if it could entertain her, because Burmese are really active and they require a lot of attention all the time. It's probably good that I'm working from home because I can take a break and play with her sometimes and give her a bit of that attention. But on the other hand, I work from home, and this means that she quite often comes to me and she just requires attention. She just meows at me like, come on, human one, play with me. All right, let's see if our glue gun is heated up. I'm gonna close the lid. Yeah, Phoebe, I'm gonna close the lid because I know you way too well. Let's test the glue gun. Bum, 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 bum. Yep, it's in here. All right. We are ready. Oh, look at that. She's already looking for things to chew. Oh yeah, Cat Laura, I've read that your Siamese loves feathers, and yeah, maybe it's something common for all cats. I think that, maybe they feel that it used to be a bird, their natural prey, and that's why they go a bit extra. All right, Phoebe, let's choose feather. Let's see what we got here. So we've got a long yellow one. We've got a yellow one. Yay! Oh, look at you. Now we also got some pinkish ones. Not sure what that is. And we've got a blue one. Well, blue is my personal choice, but let's let Phoebe choose. Phoebe. So, which one are we selecting? Pink one. Or a blue? Yellow. Tough choice. You know, it reminds me when I'm in Zara and I'm choosing some pair of jeans or t-shirts. Tough choice. All right, I think we got a winner. I'm gonna get this one. She wants all, of course. Such a sweetheart. You know what? I'm gonna get a blue one and maybe another one like something smaller. Oh, they're all pretty big. All right. Let's hide it. Phoebe, are you excited? She's like, yeah, not really. Alright, we're closing the lid. Okay, I'm gonna try to move as fast as possible. Yeah, of course you're here. Alright, let me remove this little one. No. Okay. Okay. Number one. Look at his face. Okay. I actually don't think the second feather is going to fit. Oh. Oh, of course, you wanna be here. No, honey. You can't be around hot glue. Yeah, I don't think a second one is going to fit in here. So maybe let's just leave it the way it is. We're gonna wait for a couple of minutes for the glue to settle in. And I'm gonna first small bits of it, which I'm gonna remove. Oh no, it got stuck to my nails. Okay. We're almost there. Let it stay here for a second. Yeah, Phoebe, what's there on your nose? What is it? What? Oh. Little one. All right. I think it's ready. Phoebe, look what you got. Oh, so interesting. Yay, new toy. Right. Phoebe. Phoebe. Moment of truth. Yeah. So feathers are definitely... No? No? Phoebe. Jesus. this is not not the result the tutorial was kind of describing. Phoebe, yeah, I'm gonna try rolling it. Phoebe, look, very fun. Wow, I'm having so much fun right now. I think she's not buying it. All right, let me come closer to you. Let's try again. Yay! Wow, fun. No? Yeah, you know, with Phoebe, I don't know if it's same with your if it's same with your cats, but sometimes you have to show her how to use things, like your cat house, or some of the toys, or scratch her. So I have to pretend I'm a big cat, and do the scratching thing, or play with toys like this right now. Okay. I thought I saw bits of feather in her mouth. All right, I'm gonna leave this. You come and try it. A second examination. No, still not interested. Oh, look at that. All right, we'll give her some more time. Maybe next time, right? Oh, thank you, Sebastian. Phoebe actually has a couple of things that are unique to her. If she comes closer, I'm gonna show you. Phoebe, come here. Come on, come here. She's like, yeah, no. You want me? You come here. You pick me up. Phoebe. All right, so one of the things, well, not one, there are two things that are sort of unique to her. So on her head, in here, you can see that she has this a bit lighter spot at the back of her head. And that is probably one of the things how I would potentially recognize her. You know, like in those imaginary scenarios, if you lost your cat and there are 5 of them and they all look pretty much the same and you're not sure which one is yours. I know it's like a it's like a nightmare scenario. But if I ever had to somehow distinguish which of the cats is Phoebe, yeah, that would be my number 1 hint. And the second one is next to her face. Come on. So on her on her right eye, above that, she has like a little gray hair. It's just one hair, but it's there. And it's there all the time. So it's not something temporary. And yeah, that's how I would distinguish my Phoebe from all the other Burmese cats. Because honestly, yeah, when bits of in with the same breed, when you buy a specific breed, a cat of specific breed, they all look really similar, let's say so. If you go to one of our subscribers, Tinky Pixie, she also has Burmese cats, 2 of them, Joseph and Pixie. And when I'm looking at those videos, especially at the older ones, when those were still kittens, they're really looking like Phoebe. You can see that, yeah, one of them is probably bigger because it's a boy, so he's supposed to be bigger. But they're really pretty similar. Alright, someone went into investigation mode. She's been there like a million times. Yeah, actually, when we brought Phoebe home, this was the place where she used to stay, under the bed. I'm gonna let her explore whatever she needs to explore there. Oh, Phoebe, is it Bagagua? You know this internet cat, Merv? The one which is called Bagagua cat. It's really funny. I think it's Tonkinese or Siamese cat. No, it's probably not Siamese because it's fluffy. And she's meowing and it's like she's speaking. It's a really funny cat. I recommend you looking up videos with her. I've never thought about that. That would be a nightmare trying to tell your Burmese from others. Yes. Well, it's not like I'm thinking about all the worst scenarios, but I think, yeah, sometimes. Oh, once we had the window opened and Phoebe jumped on it. She didn't get away because she was just, exploring boundaries and seeing how far or how high she can get. But yeah, since that, I got scared and I was like, oh my god, what if Phoebe runs away? Yeah, I think I'm already past the stage where, you're looking at your cat. So there are sometimes, I think as any fellow cat lover, there are sometimes situations where you don't see your cat for a while, like it's somewhere in apartment or in your house, but you don't see it, and you're like, oh my god, where is the cat? And you start freaking out, checking out the washing machine, I know, the dishwasher, all of the places she's not supposed to be. So yeah, thankfully I'm past that stage, but I'm still at the stage where I think, oh my god, I hope she doesn't get through the window and runs away. The fear is real, yes. The fear is real. No, look at that. Alright, Phoebe. Should we try to make it toy number 2? Phoebe, come on. Come on, girl. I'm gonna go to the office and I swear I can guarantee she's gonna follow. Like any proper Burmese should. Alright, the second toy that I want to make is, yeah, basically we're gonna use feathers again. I want to put some of them against this stick and give her some sort of toy, like to wiggle and for her to chase around. Because we already have toys like that, but it's a bit hard to control them because it's like a feather on a cord, and I want a bit more control because I love controlling things. Alright, our glue gun is still there. I'm gonna get some more feathers. Gonna put this one here. Hoping that Phoebe will come and... oh, there she is. Hello. Hey. Hoping that Phoebe will come and appreciate it. Are you talking about Merv? Yes, I was talking about Merv. Yeah, I first saw Merv on Facebook and I was like, oh my god, that's the funniest cat I've ever seen. What we're gonna do? Yeah. We are gonna get some of the feathers. Alright. Oh, it's already sticky. So I bought some not super high quality feathers because I thought that I'll give a try to those toys. And if Phoebe will be interested, then maybe I'll buy some more expensive feathers. I don't know, if there are any feathers that are kind of stronger, because this one you can pull with little strings quite easily. Well, alright, maybe not myself, but Phoebe definitely doesn't have problems with that. Alright, closing the lid, giving Kitty a scratch. Yeah, you won't be here. Okay, and the idea... So now I have to choose between Egyptian, Abyssinian, and the Burmese, or just get all three. Get all three. Just, yeah, why choose? You know, like this old ad with girl when she says, why not both? Why not all three? Honestly, if I had a bigger space, I wouldn't mind getting another Burmese, just so that she can have someone to play with. Alright, so this is our target. Oh, your kitty is watching Phoebe. That's sweet. Yeah, Phoebe actually is pretty self-obsessed. Like, she's princess. I have no idea where she's taking these vibes from. Definitely not from me. No. So, yeah, Phoebe is actually a bit self-obsessed, and she loves watching herself on TV, or when I'm doing some sort of editing, she just stares at herself and like, yeah, show me some more footage of who's that gorgeous girl. I tried to put on some of the cat TV videos. You little criminal. Alright, Phoebe, we're gonna finish up with this toy, and then I'm gonna give you some feathers to play with, right? What I was telling... I was talking about cat videos. You know, like one where you're supposed to put it somewhere on your iPad and the cat would watch and calm down. No, that is not the case with Phoebe. So first of all, I don't know how, but she immediately understands that all of the birds or fishes, that they're not real. She looks at the screen for maybe 30 seconds, but then she's just not interested and walks away. But she loves watching, yeah, as I said, herself, or sometimes other cats too. But it really depends. She doesn't immediately like all the cats. So yeah, Phoebe apparently has some standards. And she also loves watching movies with us. So when we are watching like a proper human movie, she would be nearby. Alright. What do I do? Yeah, I don't think she's following the plot, but it's definitely cute when you are watching, I don't know, some TV show and your kitten is next to you, and she's really turning her head around. So yeah, there's really some cognitive process going on in there. Okay, we're putting the first feather. Oh, look at that menace. Yeah, you get that. Yeah, so that ball was one of the interactive toys that we were hoping for would keep her occupied. And yeah, we've got some mixed feelings about that, because that ball does keep her entertained, somewhat entertained, but she is a bit afraid of it because it moves too fast and it's unpredictable, and sometimes it's moving towards herself, and well, I think that would confuse any kind of predator. Alright, I think this feather is fudged. I don't think I can swear on those live streams, so we're gonna use the word fudge. All right, let's apply some more, and I'm probably gonna put on tape on top of that too, to sort of, I don't know, give it more stability, more durance. Yeah, what do you think, Phoebes? Phoebes is around. But yeah, I get it. All three breeds that you mentioned are really beautiful. I think that if I had to choose just one, I would look at some reviews about what's going on there, about the breed specifics and their personality, and then try to understand if they're gonna fit your lifestyle. It's one of the things that I've learned when I was watching like an interior design video. So there is a very nice YouTuber. He lives in Canada, and he's a designer or architect, and he's like teaching you basically. Oh no, the glue got on the feather. All right, we're gonna finish up with hot glue. Let me turn it off. So I was talking about that that guy, the designer. He gives a lot of tips on like some products, on which IKEA things you can buy, which are actually like, I know, how to make your place look cozy and how to make it work for you. And one of the things he said, and it sort of got stuck in my head, is that you should arrange things in your life knowing what kind of person you already are. You shouldn't try to think about what kind of person you want to be. So in, I don't know, to put it, to give you some example, like if you're not into fitness, if you don't do exercises every day, you shouldn't expect that you're gonna buy like a treadmill and you're suddenly gonna start running every day. So maybe if you have limited space in your home, don't buy a treadmill and I don't know, make a home office instead, because you're working from home. That is, yeah. So that's the kind of example he gave. And that's what we took in consideration when we were choosing Phoebe. Basically, we were thinking about like a cat or a dog, because yeah, there are some things that you can get from dog that you can do with that you cannot do with most of cats. Like you cannot really walk with them outside. And yeah, dogs typically learn more tricks and stuff like that. But having a dog also means that you have to walk it every day, in the morning, in the evening, pick up their poops. And yeah, we were honest with each other and just admitted that no, we are not the kind of people who are that active. Like, sadly, I would like to go out every day and be, more sporty. But yeah, the reality is that I spend a lot of time at home. And so a cat fits my lifestyle much better. Also, yeah. Oh, hi. Hi there. How's Olive? How's Olive settling in? Yeah, and also dogs don't come in the morning for cuddles. I work overnight, so I was thinking about get two cats so they would have each other and not be lonely. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Because even though people are saying... so, even though people are saying that, cats are independent, they don't need you, I don't think it's true. It's not true at all. At least with Phoebe, she is definitely missing us. And when I go out and I don't come back for a long time, like I don't know, if we go and visit friends who live somewhere far, once I'm back and I have not been at home for a couple of hours, she is there. She's greeting us at the door, she's purring, does her baguette croissant thing. Yeah, I love when Phoebe talks to me as well. Hey. Okay, I think we have success with this toy. Look at this little face. And she has her tongue sticking out a bit. A little derpy. Alright, yay, success. Guess what? This wasn't on internet do-it-yourself toys. I came up with this brilliant and very complicated idea myself. Think about it. Alright, but I want to also put a bit of a tape here, because right now there are these ends of feather and a bit of glue, and yeah, I don't want Phoebe to accidentally eat that glue. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna put some tape on it. Alright. Yeah, see? So this is the kind of more controllable thing I was talking about. Oh no, it's falling apart. Yeah, we definitely need the tape. Definitely get two, because I had Tabby, yes. 2 years, we finally got another. Okay, let's find some tape in here. Here we go. And now I'm gonna have a really hard time trying to find the end of this. Oh no, I'll be using this toy idea. Hey, great. Yeah, just really be careful about look at that face. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge. It's falling apart. Alright, I'm gonna try tape, because, well, the only thing that we don't like, me and Phoebe, don't like about this is that these feathers, yeah, she can sort of break them, and once she's breaking, yeah, she's locked in. She's in predator mode, but not a full one. Once you break these things, they can just fall apart. I don't know how this middle of feather is called. We just call it string. Alright, is the hot glue hot yet? I think it's not. No, that's it, because we turned it off. Alright, can you turn it on again? So that's the downside with these feather toys. And this is why also we're gonna let the glue gun heat up. Yeah, and that's why it's also a bit annoying to buy these things, because they don't last for long. They don't last for long, and well, those toys were not really expensive, but also, like, I don't want to buy a new toy every month. Once she destroys some, I want to repair them, and I don't know, be able to not just buy any more plastic toys. Because she has this. Oh my god! Of course, you gotta be here. Yeah. So as you've seen in videos, we have this toy, and it's good for making her jump, though we are only allowing her to jump on a bed. Well, it's not like we are prohibiting her, but I just don't want her to land, you know, like on her back or on her head. I know that cats and kittens are durable. That's what her breeder told me. She was like, just remember, don't panic, because kittens are very durable, very surprisingly durable. But I also want to give her a bit of more safe space. And I think that Phoebe herself prefers jumping on bed, because it gives her a bit of, I don't know, more jumpy feel. The attack is planning. We are carrying the attack. Eee! I'm sorry, I'm really focused on playing with our predator. Alright, yeah, so this is one of the toys that she has. I'm gonna get this one. And a couple of others that she likes. Are this one. So I just got my first, so everything is super new and super cute. Oh, I know. Phoebe is my, well, first cat in an adult state. Let's call it like that, so I know how you feel. Yeah, so this used to be her favorite toy. This was her one of the first toys we got her. And you can see that those feathers, they've seen some stuff. She pulled away, I think, like 5 feathers from it, and it was really cute and funny when she was taking this entire toy and she was dragging it under the bed. Well, she was the toy was 5 times bigger than Phoebe. So yeah, that's a nice one. I also have another wand, but I don't know where that is. I think that Phoebe probably dragged it somewhere under the bed or into her den. Too many choices. I've always grown up with cats. I moved out last year and I'm always at my parents seeing my cat. So you're a professional cat lover? Yeah, when I was growing up with my parents, we also used to have cats all the time. But then I moved out and I haven't had a cat for, I don't know, way too many years. So I'm glad that finally we have Phoebe. And I've also, you know, like when you are growing up with your parents, the entire, like all of the responsibilities are mostly on your parents. And yeah, even if you're a very responsible teenager or a kid, still you don't get to decide, I don't know, how you're bringing up the cat, some behavioral things. That's why when we were even before we were getting Phoebe, I watched quite a lot of videos on how to bring up the cat, and not only things about safety, like, I don't know, plants or removing some cords, well, maybe except for this one, and securing your space. But I was also watching videos on how to make sure your cat has a happy life, how to make sure your cat behaves, because we all love those hilarious cats from the internet, the ones that are, I don't know, misbehaving, jumping on a table. But I think that even though, it's been 3 years since I've had a cat. My last cat was a super senior, 19 years old. Oh, that sounds like you two gave a lot of love and a lot of time to each other. And I'm sure your cat was loved. So yeah, what was I talking about? I'm so chatty. Yeah, so those funny cats on the internet, I think it's really cute when you're watching them, but I knew that I don't want a cat who doesn't know boundaries. And I'm talking about like, yeah, dinner table, coffee table. Most of the time we are eating on the coffee table, and it's a low table because it's a coffee table, but Phoebe knows that she cannot jump on it. And I think that we are lucky that she's so intelligent and she learns that quite fast. But it also took us a little bit of time to teach her that. So the things that are working with cats is that, in case you haven't watched all of those videos, like I did, so if you want your cat to behave in a certain way, they don't understand the word no, even though I'm saying the word no. They don't understand when you prohibit them things, you have to give them an alternative, which is why if they're trying to jump on a table, you have to tell them in a strict voice, like no, or I don't know, choose some other short sound. And you should say it calmly but strict. And after that, you should remove the cat and put him or her into an alternative spot. Like maybe you have some table that they are allowed to jump on, or maybe you have like a plant stand where they are allowed to. I agree, can't stand to be eaten and my cat jumps wanting my food. Big no. Takes patience, but they learn eventually. Yes, exactly. They do. And with Phoebe, she tries to test our boundaries from time to time because she is still a kitten. So Phoebe is 7 months old, and so even though she looks like an adult, technically she's still a kitten. We could even take her to cat show, and she would be in the kitten category. But yeah, as she's growing and she's going through these teenage stages, growing into an adult, I can see how her personality is changing, and she is trying to see if she's allowed to do something now. Like when she was 5 months old, that was the first time she tried to get on the kitchen counter, and I had to take her off. She didn't try to repeat that for a while. You answered my question of Phoebe's age. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, but she tried to repeat jumping on a counter a couple of days ago while I was still in the kitchen. And she looked me into the eyes. And then she just jumped on table and sort of tried to pull herself up. So yeah, I had to stop it. But yeah, with cats, if it's your first cat, you're gonna notice that they're gonna test your boundaries. And I think the important part is to separate them being cute and playful from them trying to manipulate you. What's going on there, Phoebe? What have you found? Oh, another thing with a kitten, when you are getting a kitten, as they are growing, they're gonna try to chew things, like this poor feather. And one of the worst things you can do is, because you have to control what they're chewing, you don't want them to accidentally eat something they're not supposed to. So sometimes you would have to come to them, open their mouth, and take whatever it is there, take that out. And one of the mistakes I made once was Phoebe was chewing some, I think she was chewing my hair actually, or something like that. And I tried to approach her, and I did it fast, and I was like, no, Phoebe, no, you can't do it. And oh, bathroom break. And what the cat does when she sees someone approaching quickly, and when she sees that you are in distress or that you are behaving emotionally, is they're gonna look at you and they're gonna run away. And there is no way you're gonna catch a kitten. They're they're way much faster than humans are. I don't know how because they're so tiny. So the thing that I had to practice practice with Phoebe is, if I see that she's chewing something, I'm keeping my voice calm, and I'm just saying, "Hey, Phoebe, what do you got here? Come here, let me see what you got in your mouth." And she's just looking at me. She's not expecting anything at all. She's not suspecting that her prey is going to be taken out of her mouth. So yeah, this is the thing that I recommend you to try to, if you are a new kitten owner, or at least be mentally prepared for a moment when your cat is chewing something and you have to take it out. Oh, Phoebe, you're not ashamed of us, aren't you? On today's episode of Fat and Shameless, it's Phoebe. Yeah, thank you. All right, where were we? We wanted to put a tape on here. And I've been having to stop Olive from biting me. That's a battle for now. It's playful, but it actually hurts. Yeah, we had to go through similar things with Phoebe. She was biting us. You can see that sometimes she's still biting me, and yeah, those are not. She's having a wash up. Those are not some deep bites or scratches, but again, you have to put boundaries in here. I'm not saying that we can perfectly do that every time, but one of the things with biting. Oh, come on. Oh no, I think we ran out of glue. I know there is something. So with biting, hey Joe, it's going good. We made 2 toys, and Phoebe ignored one of them, but I think she likes the second one. Unfortunately, she kind of immediately destroyed part of it. Yeah, so biting with kittens. When your kitten is getting a bit too playful, what you can do is you can. Okay, that was enough. First of all, yeah, it's the advice that everyone is given all the time. You shouldn't play with your fingers. I am failing miserably with this advice because, well, Phoebe is just too cute, like all the kittens are. Yeah, you try to redirect. That's great. Yeah, that's right. Okay, see, you watched. Yeah, I remember you watched some of my videos. Yeah, so that's the advice everyone is giving you, like redirect kitten if you can. What happened with Phoebe was that, yes, sometimes I was able to redirect her, but at other times she was still more interested in my fingers. Yeah, she would keep chasing them, and she would also, hug my entire hand and try to bunny kick it or bite it. So that was the point where I would usually say, no, stop everything. But yeah, with kittens, if they become too overstimulated, it's hard for them to understand that. Hey, it's hard for them to understand that they're playing it too rough, and that's the point where you have to withdraw yourself. So you have to stop playing and kind of express physically, verbally, that you didn't like the thing that just happened. that it somehow helps with it helped with Phoebe, so I hope it will help. It's gonna help with Olive as well. But yeah, the main thing is if you can try to resist playing with your hands, I am not able to resist. Also, also it's really hard to resist because I know that Phoebe is gentle like 99% of the times, and she is not using her claws when she's playing with humans. So she somehow understands that, well, humans are weak, and they don't have, I don't know, like a metal coat or something. But there are also this, there's also this 1% of time when she forgets that I'm just a gentle human, and she puts her entire claws outside and she's biting me. So yeah, at that point I'm just kind of standing and saying to her that no, we are not gonna play like that. I'm not gonna tolerate that. So, you know, you have to keep boundaries. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's cute. Are you? So it's same as in any relationship with humans or pets. You have to let the other party know that you have boundaries. Always a good thing. Okay, let's give it another try. Yeah, so this was the first toy that we made for Phoebe. A cork and a feather. She ignores that. I think I'm gonna give it another try because there are some toys that she's been ignoring, but then she sort of grew more fond of them and she started playing with them. I've also noticed another thing about Phoebe. It's if the toy is much bigger than her, she is not gonna play with it. Because it's like she's considering her size and the size of her potential prey, and she understands that it's way too big. Yeah. Oh, my cutie. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. Little predator. Okay, where did I put the tape? Alright, here it is. So we've been here, wow, it's been almost 1 hour. Okay, got it. Oh, also thank you for everyone who just joined. Thanks everyone for finding the link. Yeah, I was supposed to start the stream with like another link with a scheduled stream, but I clicked some wrong button, and so I panicked and accidentally quit that, and I wasn't able to restart that again. So thanks to everyone who found the link, the second one. Okay. Now, okay, Phoebe, here's your toy. Oh, I think she's sleepy. Yeah, so normally it's what? It's 11 a.m. Normally at this time our princess is sleeping under a blanket in my bed. So she's staying up. Okay, Phoebe, let's try to play. Oh, she goes in the Baby Yoda mode. Yeah, so one of the things with Phoebe, one of her quirks is that when she's hunting something, she goes into a baby Yoda mode. She puts her ears on side and her eyes are getting really big. And she looks so cute. But it's really hard to believe that it's 9 p.m. Friday. Oh my god, it's Thursday. Hello from the future. The future is looking bright. Yeah, so she goes into this baby Yoda mode, and it's crazy that, you know, she's going full serial killer mode, but she looks like the cutest little button, right? Okay, I would say that I would rate this as partial success. Yeah, Phoebe, what's your rating on this one? She's like, I don't know, give me some treats. Okay. We're gonna leave it alone. And some of other things. So I wanted to test the theory. Yeah, of course you have to explore it. I wanted to test the theory if Phoebe likes some colors more than she likes others. Yeah, I think she was playing with it once when we just created it, when we just made this toy. I think this one has the biggest potential. It's also super easy to make this one. Even if you don't have hot glue, I think you can still just use a tape for it. Or maybe some double-sided tape. Yeah, so I wanted to test the theory if Phoebe prefers some colors more than she prefers others. Phoebe. All right, let's see. We're gonna start with classic. Can I remove this? Okay, Phoebe. Oop. She's like, I'm not interested in two. I see there's a bag full of them. What? Are you growing fond of this? Okay, Phoebe. Blue and pink. Choose your destiny. None. Okay, I'm gonna let her sniff this one. Ah, good. All right. So if you had to choose, you would choose a pink one. Maybe. So yeah, when Phoebe was a kitten, a smaller kitten, she would often take something and do a flip and roll over herself. She's not doing it this often now, so I don't know why this hunting technique suddenly changed. All right. What about yellow feather? I think that maybe she's looking for a second breakfast, because it's been about 3 hours since she had breakfast. So I'm gonna give her some of her kibbles. Close the lid. And then I'm gonna show you some more of her toys, the ones that we bought somewhere, and give some feedback on what I found useful and what is basically useless, right? Phoebe, come on. Yeah, so that is where Her Highness is eating. We have her kibbles in here. Oh, there she is. Yeah. With food being on one side and water on another side. Yeah, so one of the things... oh, look, she's like, I'm not gonna eat that. So one of the things I didn't know about cats before is that you should put water and food separately, not close to each other, which was really counterintuitive, because my entire life we would have, for our cats at home at my parents' house, we would have like food and water next to each other. Oh, look who is interested now. And another thing with cats and water is that cats and water is that some cats don't drink a lot of water, so you might get them a drinking fountain. I didn't get one for Phoebe because I was looking at options like on Facebook Marketplace, or somewhere, or in the stores, and with cats you can never know if they're actually gonna use the product you bought them. So I didn't want to buy some expensive stainless steel stuff, but I also didn't want to buy a plastic one, because, well, plastic can contain, there can be a bacteria that kind of builds up on plastic, and for some reason it doesn't build up on stainless steel. I'm not a bacteriologist, so I cannot tell you why, but I'm just taking this information and living with it. So yeah, I'm still kind of low-key searching for a fountain, and maybe if I see one, I'm gonna get it for Phoebe. Yeah, because not all cats are drinking water. This is the case with Phoebe. She's not drinking enough water. So what we started doing is we are mixing some water into her food. We are feeding her like a wet food with jelly, like jelly bits of meat, something like that. And I put on a kettle and I add a bit of hot water into that food, so that it looks more like, I don't know, more like a stew or somewhere in between stew or soup. And that's how we are tricking Phoebe into consuming more water, because she had a bit of problems with her poops due to water consumption. So yeah, it's something. What do we got here? It's something to be aware of if your kitten or your cat is not drinking enough water, even with water fountains. Then yeah, this is the trick you can use. We're also giving Phoebe some probiotics for her tummy to work well. So yeah, and she's been kind of accepting those probiotics really well, because you just put it into her food and that's all. But yeah, first of all, take care of your cat's water intake. And take care of your water intake. It's the same thing, right? I feel like, you know, drink more water should be a motto for the past decade for everyone. Look at you. Okay, I'm gonna put a charger to my phone. Yeah, so I was going to walk you through some other toys that we have for Phoebe. So we got this interactive thing. To be fair, it's really cheap. It was like $3, I think. We bought it at Bunnings, if you're from Australia. Yeah, and it has a USB charger, and it has a button that I cannot find. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it has 3 modes. It makes an ugly sound. Yeah, so this is the best mode so far. Yeah, and yeah, so this is the entire thing. It's moving and it's wobbling, and it looks okay on the first sight, but because it's unpredictable, it's also less predictable for Phoebe, and she is a bit afraid of that toy. So she's watching it and she can hunt it. But she also doesn't always know what to do once she got the toy, especially when she's running towards the toy and it starts moving towards Phoebe. I think if I were a predator, I would be confused as hell. She's like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. It was great, Phoebe. It was great. Oh, look at her tail. So she's a bit, you know, tensed. She's not really scared because her ears position is still upwards. If she was scared, the ears would be downwards. But she's alert. Definitely alert. So yeah, that's why I don't like this toy. And another thing that I don't like about this toy is also pretty loud. So it's probably not a problem if you live in your own house, but I live in an apartment, and so when this one is crashing into the wall, I'm pretty sure that our neighbors can hear that. And if you have wooden floors, it's even louder. It's making a lot of noise. So honestly, I don't think I can really recommend this toy. But it might be good for someone. Yeah, if you tried a toy like that, let me know. Maybe you found some alternative, some brand, some brand which has like a softer ball, so it's not crashing on full speed into a wall. What's going on here? Phoebe? What? Hey. Okay. Uh-huh. Alright. She found a bit of feather. I'm gonna remove that from her. Yeah, this is the thing we talked about earlier, that you have to be sort of alert around cat. Yeah, that's another thing. And that's another reason why when you're playing with your cat, once you're done, you should hide the toys away. Yeah. When you hide your... so once you're done playing with toys, you should hide them away. Because even with feathers, yeah, she looked sneaky. She knew something was coming. yeah, even if it's not a do-it-yourself toy, but a toy you bought at a somewhere at pet stock or yeah, at some sort of pet shop, you should still evaluate how safe that toy is for your kitten. I'm gonna give you an example of toy that we got in the store, which is not safe for kittens or for cats. Yeah, I'm still saying kittens because in my mind Phoebe is a baby and she will always be a baby. Alright, so we bought a set of, I don't know, like balls, because Phoebe loves playing with balls, and I think you can already see why this one is a bad example. You can see that the threading is kind of falling apart, and yeah, just believe me, you don't want anything like that sticking out of your cat's bottom. So yeah, be careful of what you're buying, and always supervise any kind of toys that you're giving to your cat. And this is the other example. You can, I've seen this one in do-it-yourself tutorials for cats. You can make this one really easy, but yeah, also the strings are kind of falling apart, and that's all. So she's gonna pull this off way too easily. So yeah, always do your due diligence around the cats and toys. Okay, guys, I think it's so I planned that we're gonna make some toys and that we're gonna upgrade her cat house too. But I think it's time for us to round up. So maybe we're gonna finish her house next time, because it's quite a project, at least for myself. I'm quite slow with tools. So this is her cat tree, and the thing with what I want to do with this part in here is I bought a fabric, and I want to stick the fabric inside into these walls, so make it a bit cozier for Phoebe, because it's still winter in Australia. Yeah, I know, shocking. First of all, we live it's Saturday, so it's future, and then it's also winter. Everything everything's different here. And yeah, I bought these nice fabrics, but I think it's gonna take a while to cut this, and we're gonna do that next time and give Phoebe a little bit of an upgrade. Because as I said earlier, with Phoebes and with cats, you have to show them what they can use, and I have to show her that she can use that then for her own good, because currently she prefers sleeping either in here and because it gets sunny here in the afternoon, and she just enjoys kind of spending time here, or she is going all the way up to the top looking out at birds and controlling yours truly. I think that what we can do right now is maybe let's have some Q&A session. If you have any questions about Phoebe or Burmese cats, and please ask, and I'm gonna try to answer those. Yeah, Phoebes is getting sleepy. Oh, meanwhile, I'm gonna show you one toy that is kind of okayish. I would rate it 4 out of 10, because Phoebe is playing with it sometimes, but also not for long. So occasionally she stumbles upon and she plays with it for maybe a couple of minutes, but she's definitely not spending as much time as I would hope she'll spend. Alright? And another toy, kind of interactive one. Wait a second, I'm looking for it. There it is. Yeah, so this is the toy we got her when she was going through her dissection surgery. Yeah. We got it on Amazon. So it has this sensor, and yeah, basically, see, it has like a feather, all chewed, because Phoebe tore it apart. And yeah, it is entertaining her for some time, but yeah, also she is getting bored after playing with it for maybe 5 minutes. So it's definitely not something that you can put in the middle of a room and get away with it. At least not with Phoebe. Maybe other cats will be more entertained. Yeah, so with cat puzzles, I don't know, maybe this is the closest that we have to cat puzzle. I was considering getting one of those, but again, we don't know if Phoebe's gonna like them, and the thing with Phoebe is she has to have someone else looking. It's, you know, like a kid, and she's like, hey, are you watching? Look at me, I'm playing. So yeah, with with puzzles, with any sort of toys, she's only playing if a human is around. Even with this toy, I try to leave her with toy and I will go to another room, and she's just following me. She's not interested enough in staying with this toy. Yeah, I think that maybe what I should do with this Phofos thing is Phofos. That's a funny name for a cat toy. Is maybe I should also stick some of the new feathers that I got into it. But I would need a screwdriver and to disassemble this box. You're cutie. I tried to make some do-it-yourself. Well, it's not exactly a cat puzzle. I have a short. Yeah, I have a short with this toy and with Phoebe playing with it. So it's not exactly the same thing as cat puzzle, but yeah, you can see I made it from a box. Yeah, you check that out. And yeah, what I do is I put some crinkled paper inside, and sometimes Phoebe herself brings her toys and puts them inside, because because yeah, she's a smart girl. And she definitely loves chewing this stuff. Hey, no. So see, this is why I'm saying that it's not easy to resist and stop playing with your cat using your fingers. Such a sweetheart. Alright, I wanted to share something else about Phoebe, but for the love of it, I cannot recall. Yeah, tasty cardboard. It is. She also. So I'm using this piece of cardboard for my project, and yeah, it takes some damage from Phoebe as well, because Phoebe has to be around all the time. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. There is a toy which still does something, but because her human is here and the card box is here, she's choosing the card box. love it when she's sort of bouncing from the top. Again, she's doing it a bit less now that she's getting into her adulthood, but she was doing it more often when she was a kitten. I think it's because she was realizing that she's, you know, smaller in size, and so she has to use her entire body weight to kill something. Right? Alright everyone, I think that's a wrap. I think we're probably gonna have another live maybe next Saturday. I know how to... Oh, Inspector Gadget is here. Yeah, so I now am better technically prepared, technically and psychologically. So we're gonna finish the upgrade of her house and watch a bit more of Phoebe cuteness. Think about any kind of questions you want to ask about Phoebe or Burmese cats, and I'll be happy to answer those if I can. Phoebe, you want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye to your followers? She's like, Gorgeous girl. I was hoping we'll get some biscuit session today, but Her Majesty is not in the mood. So again, thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next video, on the next live. Bye! Bye! You have a great Friday, good Saturday, good whatever it is where you are.